Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. Good morning, it is 10:21 a.m. I've done my cardio, I've seen a couple of clients, there's a plane flying over me, I had done some washing, and as I'm walking back to the gym, I was like, you know what, perfect time to sneak in that little podcast, because I've got a pretty busy day today, and I was like, I need to still be able to obviously get it in for you guys, and this is the time to do it. Sometimes you've just got to be able to go with the flow. So I've got it done, and today's topic that I want to talk to you about is about quick weight loss versus slow weight loss, because I've always been of the opinion that, actually I don't even know, I think I just learned from other people, like, you know, if you lose it quick, you put it on quick, right? Or you get metabolism damage, or like there are all these things out there that we hear about what happens with quick weight loss, but the truth is there's actually a lot more to it than people think, because when you actually look at the studies and look at the research, quick weight loss isn't as detrimental as what people think it is. And it's because studies have shown that as long as you're keeping your protein high, and actually even if you don't keep your protein high, you can still lose weight pretty quickly and keep it off. But the thing is, the reason that most people aren't good when it comes to this is because they don't have the education to keep it off. You'll see a lot of people who do, you know, the yo-yo approach. They lose it, they gain it, they lose it, they gain it. And it's not that it's because of the actual diet itself, it's because they don't have the education necessary to keep it off. Like, they haven't been educated on how to maintain your weight once you lose it. And that's why people go backwards. That's why people lose their results. That's why people yo-yo up and down. And that's why we think diets are so bad, because, like, you know, oh, it's going to damage your metabolism. First of all, that is a myth. It is not going to damage your metabolism. There's actually been no proven studies showing that people have damaged metabolisms. Some might be a little bit slower than others, but there is not a damaged metabolism. And the question to ask yourself is, do you even know what a metabolism is? Because a lot of people go, oh, I don't want to damage my metabolism. You have no idea what metabolism is. So that's, first of all, a myth, busted, right? That it's going to damage your metabolism. Number 2 is, if you lose it fast, you're going to gain it straight back on it extra. And that only happens, studies have shown that only happens when people do that and they aren't educated on how to keep the weight off. And if you have no education process and you follow a diet, and as soon as you stop that diet, you go back to a normal approach, then of course you're going to gain the weight, because you haven't been educated in how to keep the weight off. And also, the last thing is, a lot of people say is like, diets don't work, they fail. And it's like, yes, that's wrong, because all diets work. Diets work because they make you lose weight. What we're trying to say is that they fail is because they don't teach you how to keep it off. And so I've been wrong on this, because I've been teaching people, you need to lose weight slowly, you need to be consistent, you need to do this, you need to do that. And to be honest, you don't actually need to. If you're someone who likes to see faster progress, who likes to see scale go down day by day, then you might be someone who wants to do a more drastic weight loss cut. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to do that, you have to be very strict about what you eat. You have to be very, very, you have to make sure that you're eating severely less than you think. Because a lot of people, even though they go, okay, I'm on the strict diet, I'm only eating 1,200 calories, you're not tracking and measuring everything, and you're probably eating 1,800 to 2,000 calories. And so you need to be really aware of, first of all, how much you're eating, or if you're going to choose, a rapid weight loss diet, whatever it's going to be, let's say keto, or let's say like low carb, or let's say intermittent fasting and 1 meal a day, whatever it's going to be. You can do that if you're someone who gets motivated more of quick results. But the thing is, you're going to have to sacrifice more in the short term to get those results, okay? Like, that means you're not going to have as much leeway. That means you're going to have to say no to a lot more things versus other people. That means you're going to have to cut out a lot of things. No, not a lot of socializing in the next couple of weeks, or let's say the next couple of months, because even when we say fast weight loss, it's still 8 to 10 weeks of like going rapid, right? It's not the 16 weeks, but it's still a long period of time. And so you've got to make more sacrifices because you can't make room for adjustments. You can't have those little slip-ups because if you want it fast. So what you need to think about is, if you want it fast, you need to think about how many calories you can get away with on a daily basis every day. Now, here's one thing I don't want you to sacrifice. Don't sacrifice your protein needs. And your protein needs is 2 times your body weight in kilograms, or 1 gram per pound. While this plane goes over, I'll hang on for a second. Sorry about that. So just to repeat that last one again, is that you cannot sacrifice protein. You still have to get enough protein in your diet to avoid losing muscle mass. And that's also another myth, that you will lose muscle mass when you lose weight. No, as long as you're keeping your protein high, and as long as you're training with weights, you're not gonna lose muscle mass, which is actually great to hear, because if you wanna see it go down quick, and you're training with weights, and you're keeping your calories low, and your protein high, you're good to go. And this is where it comes to the point of knowing how many calories you can get away with. So let's say if you're the average person, and you're 80 kilos, or let's say 100 kilos. So you need 200 grams of protein a day. That's 220 pounds, 220 grams of protein. That means you need 800 calories from protein, right? So you have to have a minimum of 800 calories. Now, you're probably not just gonna be eating only protein. You're gonna be having other things too. Unless you can just get away with protein. If you really want to, it's gonna be pretty tough. So then you need to think about, okay, I'm just gonna have protein, and let's say a little bit here, a little bit there, then roughly you're gonna be probably eating about 1,200 calories a day, right? And if you can maintain 1,200 calories a day, and you can lose weight quickly, and you can still weight train, then do that. But you've got to figure out how many calories you can do. For me, I can't really go below 2,000 calories. I burn about 3,500 calories a day, so I'm at about a negative 1,500 calorie deficit. And I'm losing about a kilo and a half a week. Right, nothing too drastic, still like a kilo a week though, it's good. So I'll be hitting I've already lost 6 kilos. And so if you are someone who gets motivated by seeing that number on a scale go down, and if you think you want to try the faster approach, you actually can. And I really want to make this podcast because I was in the other camp. I was in the slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't matter how fast you lose it. You need to focus on other things. And while that's still a good approach for some people, like if you don't have a deadline, let's say, if you're not going on a holiday anytime soon, if you haven't got anything big coming up, if you're not going to get on stage for a bodybuilding competition or, pardon me, anything like that, and you have more time, then probably taking it slower is better. And the reason for that is because if you take it slower, you can have more leniency. You can go out more on the weekend. You can go to the birthday dinner. You can do whatever you've got to do because you're eventually going to get there. It's just going to be a little bit more slower and a longer process. But you've just got to think about what trade-offs you want. Like, would you rather have a more relaxed lifestyle and be able to go a little bit slower? Or are you looking to go ball to the wall and go hard out right now? Sorry, another plane. Going over. And so that's the biggest thing. It's not like, okay, fast weight loss is bad, slow weight loss is better, or fast weight loss is better, slow weight loss is bad. It's whatever's gonna suit you and your lifestyle at this current time. So before you decide to do any diet, ask yourself, how much are you willing to sacrifice? Are you really willing to go balls to the wall for the next couple of, let's say 2 months, for the next 8 weeks of eating very low calories, high protein, and not really having a lifestyle? And if you are, excellent, then pursue that. But if you're not, take the slow and gradual approach, and you're eventually gonna get there. But you can just make time for weddings, birthdays, socializing, all the other things. So there's no right or wrong, there's just personal preference as to what you wanna do. One more thing in regards to that, the most important thing, like I mentioned at the start, is it doesn't matter whether you do it fast or whether you do it slow. What matters is how you're gonna keep it off. And that's the biggest thing. You've got to learn those healthy habits, which take time to learn. So when you're doing this journey, you should be researching how to keep weight off, how to maintain healthy habits, because you can't be living in a fat loss diet for the rest of your life. You need to learn how to lose the fat, then you need to learn how to keep it off. What good habits you need to do, how do you understand nutrition, all those type of things are going to be a really important part. So in the meantime, do your education process. And that's also what I teach from my online coaching. So if you need help with this, and if you need someone to give you a quick guide, and more importantly, someone to teach you how to be successful with the weight maintenance after you lose it, and that's the biggest part of my online coaching. Not only do I teach you and successfully make you lose weight, I'll help you keep it off so you don't have to worry about me in the future, and you can do it all by yourself. And all you have to do is send me a DM on my Instagram to Tyson, the trainer with 2 R's, and we can talk about my online coaching. So I hope that was helpful. That's today's topic, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide are designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download your free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.